I've done it again, guys. I've made another wow recipe. So I've made an egg-free quiche and it tastes divine. So this recipe is inspired by my egg custard and also by a lady on social media. So someone got in contact with me on social media and turned around to me and said, you know, I've taken your egg custard recipe and I've turned it into a quiche. So I thought, let's give it a go. Let's give it a whirl. And you know what? She was right. It works really well as a quiche. It tastes really nice. And for what I remember, it tastes like quiche. If it is that you want to see more recipes like my quiches or my custards, please do make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And I'll show you what this quiche looks like. Let me just find it down here. And this is it. So you can see there, I've got onion, got a little bit of corn ham. Look at how nice that looks. That is quiche. Let me have a little bit of a try. That is so nice. It's been years since I've had quiche, and that is really nice. You've got to make this, guys. Let's get cracking the recipe. Really simple recipes, and today we're making an eggless quiche. And the ingredients that we're using for your quiche, so this is your main base. We've got some unsweetened soya milk, we've got a block of silken firm tofu, black salt, nutritional yeast, turmeric, and a little bit of salt and pepper as well. So I'm going for a traditional quiche Lorraine, so the ingredients going to be popping in my quiche is some onions, which I've already softened down, and a little bit of water in a pan. I've got some smoked corn ham, which has a lovely bacony taste when it's cooked. And we've got some tomatoes to decorate the top. As I say, this part here is your main structure. Totally up to you what ingredients you want to put in. You could pop in some peppers, some broccoli, some mushrooms. Love to know what kind of ideas that you come up with. Pop them in the comments. I look forward to seeing them. You might give me some really good inspiration. Let's get cracking. So the first thing we need to do with this recipe is we need to blind bake our pastry. You may have seen me do this with my egg custard. So today we're going to do it again with your quiche. So this is your shortcrust pastry, so it isn't your sweet pastry. If you'd like to know how I've made this pastry, link will be in the top corner. All I've done is I've buttered the inside of my tin to prevent it from sticking, pierced the bottom and fitted the pastry in just to make sure to get no air bubbles in there. And I've popped that into the freezer. It's been in the freezer now for about 15 minutes to half an hour, just to stop that pastry from shrinking once it's in the oven. So all we need to do now, as we did with our egg custard, is we need to put a little bit of greaseproof paper in the bottom, and then we're going to pop in our ceramic beads and pop in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. With this pastry, I find it a little bit different than your sweet. It seems to take a little bit longer on the blind bake. But always do 10 minutes first and then check at 10. If it's still looking really pale, give it another 5 minutes before you remove your beads, and give it that extra 5 minutes after you've removed the beads. Okay, I might have gone a bit over generous with my pastry paper here. Okay. For those beads in that. Okay, so we're going to pop this into the oven. Okay, so we'll leave that to cook, and while that's cooking we'll make a start on the filling. So I've got my tofu already in the bowl there. So I'm just going to add in there my milk. So say this is your unsweetened soya. Add in your nutritional yeast, that gives it a bit of a cheesy taste. Your black salt, which is your eggy taste. It wasn't all stuck to the bottom of my bowl. Black salt, make sure we get all that out because that is your main flavour. And we've got a little tiny bit of turmeric here as well. That's just to give it the colour that you want. Personally, you don't need the turmeric If you're happy with it looking white, I would leave it as it is and I wouldn't put the turmeric in there. But some people like to see the colours as well as the flavour, so that's why I'm putting that turmeric in there. And all we're going to do now is use an immersion blender and blend it up. Okay. Just going to pop in some salt and pepper now. Again, this is just for seasoning and a little bit of flavour. Put that in there. And just give that another blend. Okay, so that's your base ready for your quiche. We'll add the rest of the ingredients once we're ready to pop it into our pie tin. Okay, so that's my pastry all done and ready for the filling. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to give this a bit of a stir again just to make sure it's all mixed up and it hasn't settled. Be hot, careful. Okay, so there is your tofu and milk that we blended up earlier. So I'm just going to pop in the onion. Make sure we get it all out and I give that another stir. See there, give it a good stir up, and then we're just going to add in our corn ham. So this is your vegan smoked corn ham, and just give that another stir to get it all stirred in. A good tip for you with regards to tipping this into your pie tin. So the lady on social media suggested, and she did it with the egg custard, tipping the filling in while the pie tin is still in the oven. That way you're not going to get your spillage. So I know that some oven trays do pull out, mine does. The reason I'm not going to do that is because that means I'm going to have to move the camera, and no, I'm not going to do that. It takes me long enough to set the equipment up. Okay, so it's all that nicely mixed in. Okay, so we're just going to tip that into our tin now. I say tin pastry. This one is a little bit better than your egg custard anyway, if it is that you want to do it away from your oven. I understand you can get burns and stuff, so we do need to be careful. This is a lot thicker than your egg custard, so it is a little bit easier to manoeuvre. Okay, so make sure that's in there nicely spread about. Make sure we've got it all out. And then all we're going to do, I'm just going to pop some tomatoes on the top, just to make it look pretty. Like so. Left that one a bit. Put that one there as well, just to make it look a little bit prettier. Okay, so that is my quiche all done and ready for the oven. So I'm going to pop this in the oven now for around an hour. I'm going to keep an eye on it. So I have also dropped my oven down to a gas mark 4. Do need that kind of cool temperature. We don't want to cook it too quick, so that gas mark 4 is perfect for this. So let's get it into the oven. Okay, so that's the quiche in the oven, so I'll see you in an hour. I'm going to clean up some dishes while I'm waiting. And it's as simple as that, vegan quiche. I really hope that you've enjoyed this one today. It's been another fun recipe. I'm loving using tofu and finding new and exciting things to do with it. I'm a little bit addicted at the moment, quite excited. There is more recipes that I'm thinking of doing for tofu, so please do keep an eye out. If you have enjoyed this one, do give me a like. And if it is you want to see even more plant-based recipes, simple plant-based recipes, do subscribe to the channel. And if you've got any comments, questions, any feedback, you try the recipe and you try different vegetables in there and you've got some favourites, pop that in the comments. I look forward to seeing them and I will get back to you. Thank you for watching.